Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Day. So on the video, I'm going to show you how to create a whistle. So you're going to have a hole that you blow air into and a hole where the air comes out. And you can turn the whistle into a small sculpture like the ones that I have here. This is where you blow the air in. This is where the air comes out. All right, so in order to make this, you're going to start out with the body of a whistle, which in this case is going to look something like this. It'll have the mouthpiece, and then it'll have a ball of clay that is actually hollow. So you start out with 2 pinch pots, which I've already prepared. To make a pinch pot, however, I suggest that you tear off this much clay to make a small pinch pot. Roll it into a ball. Take the ball, put it on your thumb, press and turn, press and turn, press and turn, press and turn, press and turn. So this is a pinch pot. So I suggest that you continue to pinch and turn and smooth it out until it looks something like this. So I usually switch hands and kind of curve the tips of my finger. I'm kind of curving the tips of my finger over my thumb to kind of press to get this cup bowl like shape. Remember, you don't want this to get too thin, and if you start to get a lot of cracks, then you can just use some slip or some water. Just dip your fingers in. Okay, so I'm going to continue to press. Okay. If your clay has too many cracks, you can just put more water on it and then just start over if you need to, or just rub the clay until you get all those cracks out. Okay, remember, you don't want this rim to be thin. Okay, you don't want it to do this. You don't want to have that, because then you don't have any room to glue it together. Okay, so if something like that happens, you're going to have to try to tap it and bring that thickness back. Push it down. Okay. All right, so anytime you're going to glue 2 pieces of clay together, you have to use slip. In this case, I'm not going to score, okay, because this clay is pretty wet. This clay has come out of the bag and it's still pretty wet. So you can see I can do this and it will move. So I don't necessarily have to do scoring if the clay is that wet. So I'm going to put these 2 together. Okay, and then I want to close this. Seam. So I'm just going to rub the back of my fingernail, across this seam. To close this off. If you don't want to use your fingernail, you could always use like a popsicle stick Okay. All right, just like that. So now I've got this sphere, this ball that is hollow. So the next thing we're going to make is the mouthpiece. And for the mouthpiece, just take a solid ball of clay and you're going to tap it to make a cube. So tap it on this side. Okay, tapped it on this side. See how it's flat? Now I'm going to tap it on the opposite side. So I'm going to turn this over, tap it on the opposite side. So now I've got the two opposite sides flattened. So now I'm going to do this side. Tap it on this side. Okay, now I'm going to do the opposite side. Okay. Now I'm going to do the two ends. Okay, so now I've got myself a little cube. And this is what I'm going to use for the mouthpiece that goes with this. I already have another cube made here. You're going to take a stick. You want to make sure it's clean. Don't use it if it has clay on there. Scrape that clay off. Get that clay off there. You want a clean stick, and you want it to go into the cube, and you want it to go through the middle. Okay, through the middle, and you want it to be tight. Okay, you don't want that hole to get too loose because it needs to be a small hole to blow the air through. Okay, here we go. The next step is to take your sphere and decide which direction it's going to go. Is it going to go this way, or this way? Decide how you want these to connect together in order to make whatever kind of creature you want to make. You can see on the bear that here's the ball, here's the mouthpiece. I added the arms, the legs, and the face. On the fish, you can see here's the ball and here's the mouthpiece. So I'm going to try to make it tall. So I'm going to give it a few taps so that it's flat on the bottom. You want to have a flat area. Okay, so one side is flat. So put the flat side on the table, and this needs to be on the table too, and push it together. Okay, so that these are flat. Okay, this needs to be parallel. All right. Once you have that together, then take it apart and slip. Okay, put those back together. Put some pressure. Make sure it's stuck. Okay, so I'm going to add a little coil around here just to make sure that it's completely sealed. So to make a coil, just pinch off some clay. I usually rub it a few times between my hands. Get it started. You can twist it. Alright, so to add the coil, I want to make sure that I use slip because the slip is glue. and you want to press the coil. You want to push it down into that crack. Press it down into the crack there. Okay, push it down. Push it down in that crack right there. And then just take off the excess and then just smooth it out. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to cut the hole where the air is going to come out. Alright, so in order to do that, you need another popsicle stick. As a matter of fact, you need 2 more popsicle sticks. Okay, so the first popsicle stick is inside like this. Okay, that's the first one. Okay, it's the first popsicle stick. Horizontal. Okay, so we're going to flip this over. So this is the flat side. And the second popsicle stick is going to cut in right about here. Okay, so I'm going to go right here and I'm going to go straight down until I touch the other popsicle stick. They should be touching. So right here, they should be touching on the inside. They should be touching right there. Okay. The next cut is an angle. Okay, the next one is an angle. And it's going to go going to cut in like that. Okay, and you just flip this out. Okay. You should be able to see the other popsicle stick inside. There should be a hole. It goes down. Yeah, should be like this. Those are the cuts. It's the angle of the cuts. All right, you'll have to work with it and make sure that that hole that you can see a hole that goes down in here like this. You should be able to kind of see the hole right there. Let's see if it works. Nope. So this needs more work. Try it again. Okay, I'm going to try it again. Closer. This just takes patience. we go. Starting to make a sound. Almost there. So what you're trying to do is you want to be able to see that it goes straight down right here and at an angle here, right into that hole where the mouthpiece is. All right, good luck.